Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. You know what? If you are John David Washington, you probably somewhere probably cussing up a storm because your big movie just seems to keep hitting roadblock after roadblock. It is just obstacle after obstacle that keep this movie from being released, and basically it's prolonging what could possibly be the start of you becoming Hollywood's next big box office draw. Keep in mind, Tenet is a movie that I've been checking for since last year. I like Christopher Nolan's work. I think he's a great director. One thing about Christopher Nolan, any movie that he directs usually is just big and loud. You know, I like his vision of how he puts together scenes and stuff. So, you know, I'm a fan of his work, you know. But Tenet has ran into a roadblock yet again. This time overseas. Now, in case you guys don't know, China is preparing to open up its movie theaters. And basically they have said they're not going to show the movie Tenet. Not because of any political reasons, nothing like that. Because of its time length. What's happened in China? They have regulations and policies when showing movies now. Basically, they're not going to run a movie that exceeds 2 hours. So any movie that's over 2 hours, they're not going to show it. And in case you guys don't know, Tenet, starring John David Washington, son of Denzel Washington, has a running time of well over 2 hours. Try 2 hours and 30 minutes. So this movie runs 30 minutes too long. So either two things are going to have to happen. Either they're going to have to trim the movie, retrim the movie down to basically 2 hours on the dot, or they cannot show the movie at all. So it's really only two options. Trim the movie or it won't get shown. Now, I think this also could be a problem in the States. Now, this movie is set to open in the States August 12th. Which, based off what's going on now, more than likely, that's not going to happen. More than likely, this movie will be pushed back for the fourth time at least. Or because this movie was originally stated to come out in early July. Then it got moved to the middle of July. Then it got moved to the end of July. Then it got moved to August the 12th, and it's just looking like, once again, it's not going to make that deadline. So once again, this movie is going to more than likely be pushed back, and also the live version of Mulan. Those were the two movies that were heavily depending on bringing back the large crowds to the movie theaters. I'm going to be honest with you. It would just be a safe bet to not even talk about any of these big budget movies coming out. To me, I wouldn't even start talking about movies being released till possibly October. You'll be lucky if you can get October. And I'm just keeping it 100. But that's unfortunate for John David Washington. I feel bad for the brother because I think he is going to be the next big thing. I think this movie is going to put him on the map and establish him as the newest Hollywood heartthrob / you know what I'm saying, new box office draw. I mean, Look who his father is. Nevertheless, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.